All right, Becky, I
Hi,
think we've spoken at least 3 or 4 times. I
at
have
least.
Miss Becky Johnson. Am I saying it right? Lally or Lolly?
Lally.
Lally. All right.
My whole husband's last name, my maiden name was much simpler. So I, for some reason, decided to take on his entire last name.
Okay. Well, that's all right. You're allowed to. It's your choice. You can take any name
Yeah,
you like. You put your foot down.
interesting choice.
It's an interesting choice. Okay, so let's just go about your adventure in the last 2 days, not even the rest of it. Let's just start in the last 2 days. What have you gone through?
Oh my gosh. Well, basically just trying to survive work,
Okay.
while prepping, while in in peak week, just trying to get to here. So I don't know if I should say this, but mentally I was just checked out of work and I was just focusing on getting here as successfully as I could. So that was basically my last 2 days.
Okay. So then today, I know that they had to switch polys on you. So
Yeah,
how is all this working out? When will you be tan? When will you be brown?
I'm right after this. I'm gonna be brown, going right in. I just passed my poly. I just got out of the seat,
You did.
and I am like, oh, I don't know why I get so nervous
Who
about the
wouldn't?
polygraph.
I don't think it's normal not to be nervous when you're having a
Oh,
polygraph.
it's the worst. It's the absolute worst thing. I think it's so mean to put. Oh, it's awful. I'd
A
rather just be in
carb
a cup.
depleted person into a
Yeah,
room and say, okay, now answer these questions.
yeah. Rip out my hair, pee in a cup. I'd rather do that. I don't want to talk on a polygraph.
So how were you able to train at all during our lovely pandemic? It's not lovely, but during our pandemic, how were you able to even do this?
Well, I have to immediately thank my husband for having a different passion, which is lifting, and he hates gyms. So he decided a while ago to put a squat rack in our garage and buy all the bands and all things. And every single time he bought a new doodad for his squat rack, I'd be like, oh, you could just go to a gym. Like, why are you doing this? And then when the pandemic hit, I was like,
Hi,
I
honey.
love you for having done this. Like, thank you so much. I went on Amazon immediately and bought dumbbells. We had a treadmill. We had a bike. So we were set.
So,
And
so now you're
I
all in
just,
his face? Is that what you're saying?
oh yeah, I took over. I said, this is no longer your garage. It's like, this is our garage. And I got
Wow.
precedent because I was still mentally prepping. I was still like, this is happening. I'm doing this and I don't care how long it's going to take.
All right. So which show were you initially training to do?
The May battle for the belt
Okay.
show in Jersey, and that so that was actually on for a while. There was another one in March too. I was looking at a
Yes.
March
I
show.
think that was the Garden State.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think and
Mm-hmm.
that one, that one got canceled. So it was March, then it was May, and then things just started and I was actually looking at some NPC shows, and those were getting canceled, and so I was like, what was next was going to be my show.
Okay.
And my coach was like, don't prep anymore. Stop. 2021 will be your year. And I was like, I've been prepping since November. Like, I'm not just going to
You're like, no way.
give it
No
up.
way. Yeah, I understand.
No.
She's like, no way. That's not going to happen.
But
Okay.
I did stop for a couple months, though. I did stop.
Okay.
And then I
Ramped right back up.
mm-hmm.
And here we are today. All right. So what have you learned about yourself now that you've gone through this and you made it happen and you're getting on that stage tomorrow? What have you learned?
I knew I was stubborn. I had no idea how stubborn I was. And I finally could fully own it and admit I am the most stubborn person. When I want something, there's nothing you can say to me. I will find a way to make it work. I will find a way to make it work.
And there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go.
Yeah.
She's like, it's going to happen. That's it.
Oh, if I want something, it's going to happen.
Understood.
And it's it. Like, there's no, yeah.
Got it. Got it. What have you learned about other people during this time?
so I started a Instagram, like a fit girl prep whatever competition Instagram, because my family and friends were kind of like, I don't really care to see you about. So I was like, fine, I'm just gonna make my own little fitness Instagram, and and that's going to be a way for me to connect, because in COVID, you don't connect with the competitors anymore, because during you go to shows and you connect with them. So I made this Instagram. I connected with a whole slew of people that I've met before, not met before. They're all like-minded. Right. And it was just, what I learned about other people, it was just nice to see that I wasn't the only one, and that there's other people that are going through this with me and who are actually making this crazy decision to keep prepping through this. And I didn't feel alone anymore. And so it was really nice to make those connections. So I learned that other people are doing this too.
Well, yeah, from my tabulation sheet, there's at least 46 other crazy people. I mean,
there's probably a whole heck of a lot more, you know. I mean, and there's two other shows going on right now. So it's like, yeah, yes. we're dying. We got to get on the. We're ready.
You're psyched for the stage. You're ready. You're prepped. You're ready to go. That's awesome. All right. So here's our favorite question to ask. So tomorrow, after you bring home all those trophies and you're carrying them in, and you put them on the side for just a second, because you're picking up something to eat. What is that something going to be?
Well, unfortunately, I have another show in 2 weeks.
Okay, so you're not eating anything.
So yeah, I mean, I have to talk to my coach. If I could, though, if I had no other shows, easy answer: fried chicken, nachos, and I'd have to go somewhere that has all these things. So fried chicken, nachos, fries, Swedish fish, creamsicle Twizzlers.
Okay, creamsicle. I've had Twizzlers, but not creamsicle. Wow.
Orange creamsicle Twizzlers. The texture, it will blow your mind.
Something about them.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to beg my coach to see if he'll let me just eat something after the show.
And who is your coach?
Brian Chamberlain.
We have to give a shout to him, definitely.
Yeah, Chamberlain.
All right, so you're about to get tanned, and that means, once you get tanned, that means it's gonna happen.
It's on. Now I'm done. All the boxes are checked, and my sheets are on the bed, and I'm ready to go to sleep.
Okay, because people outside of this won't understand what you just said. I'm sorry. I'll ask you the question. What do you mean your sheets are in the bed?
So when you get tanned, you become like this
a bronze statue.
A walking stain, and anything that you touch absorbs that color. So in hotels, they have these beautiful white sheets. You cannot touch them. You can't come anywhere near them, because if you do, you stain them, and then you own them. Yes. I even have cellophane on the toilet seat. So when I sit, I don't stain their white toilet seat.
There is no sport like this one, is there? There is no sport like this one. Like, I'm sorry, nothing. You're cellophaning the toilet seat. Why?
Yeah. You're sitting, and I have cups with holes in the bottom, so when I pee, I can pee. Yeah,
that's so she won't splatter people, because she's going to get tan, and she doesn't want anything to bounce on it. So there's no water, literally no water until tomorrow. She can brush her teeth. That's it.
Carefully.
Very carefully.
Well, we have the mask, so it covers up this much. So now this is like fair game.
That's okay. You're not using this area because there's probably not much you can eat, so it's okay.
That is very true.
Well, this has been a lot of fun. I'm excited to meet you tomorrow.
Me too.
I'm glad we were able to do this. I'm going to try to get them all posted out there so you can laugh at each other and make fun of people and see that you're not alone, that there's definitely more people out there just like you.
Yeah, that's the best part.
All right. Well, you try to relax, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Have a good night. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.